Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Ottoman campaign, and probably the last episode. We have lost everything but the capital and the army within it. We still have some protectorates in the form of Romania and Italy. But let's not talk too much. I think we all know the situation. Most likely, I will defeat the British army unless the rockets cause too much problem. Even then, I think I'll be able to defeat them. The problem is the follow-up with a full stack of the Spanish or the Russians. I think there's even more Russians coming. Maybe this British fleet, who knows? And with that said, let's go directly into this battle, because I'm gonna run this video until I am defeated. This army, of course, has no cannons, so we have no other choice but to attack. And we're gonna try and rush it as quickly as possible. I'm sending forwards the militia first, so that will soak up the rocket hits. And yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and start, shall we? We can see some British troops already. What I'm going to do is, since we're very unlikely to send a load of troops through there, 4 grenadiers will go here. 2 grenadiers will follow up the attack by the militia. The bowmen will follow those two, so we can add on to the amount of firepower we can put down in such a limited area, since the bowmen can fire up ahead or overhead. Then we have the veteran musket men on the side, and then the cavalry moving over here. You can see a large movement of all the British troops. They've all collected in there. Looks like, or sounds like, they were firing the rockets. Oh! I guess some troops are in the way of that rocket hit. Oh, the militia just ran. I guess I went a little bit too far and my militia ran straight into... Oh, they're shooting for my general, the bastards. I'm gonna retreat him to the point where, looking at this now, we're gonna have to rethink the strategy a little bit, because we don't need that many troops over on that side, because there's no one there. Veteran musket men will switch over to there, and let's see if these guys cannot rush towards that area. Cavalry will definitely have more room to maneuver over on the left, especially since most of the British army is now pushing over there. Because we broke this militia. I really want to get at those rockets. The general should be well out of reach for the rockets, so flying overhead. See if you guys can charge up. Get the bowmen up there as well. Organize the militia. Support behind there. Bit odd that they're still firing after him, even though he's so far away. Just in case, I'm gonna move him really far away. Let's get the cavalry moving quickly. They're still firing towards him, but they're nowhere near of actually being able to hit him. We're gonna be able to start firing here from the flank, and soon enough this unit will be cut down. We're firing arrows at it, as well as the grenadiers attacking. And we'll gain some ground there with the grenadiers. Get the bowmen coming up after. The militiamen has kind of done their part. Now we need to kind of figure out what to do here. Get those guys up on the line. Get the veteran muskemen up behind. Cavalry is now coming into place. See if we can fight the British cavalry over on that side. They're still firing for my general. So that's good, because then I don't have to worry about getting my troops hit. I've got all these militiamen. But nowhere really to put them. See if the cavalry can move in. Let's see if I can get General kinda back into the battle. Or maybe... I don't know. Right, so we got the next unit. Let's see if we can force our way through this very small gap. I'm slightly disappointed that I wouldn't get to see the effect of the rockets on my troops. Let's charge down those light dragoons. Well, I guess we'll put these guys as reserve then. Damn, they just murdered. Oh, it's the second Coldstream, no wonder. We're gonna have to rethink this. I kinda need the general to get this one back. My charge over here went well. And we're killing those light dragoons. Going up through the gap seems to be quite difficult. And we're running out of arrows now. Second Coldstream is definitely holding us back. I think the way we were gonna get through is get through here, rather than damn, that one's actually breaking. Bet. We've got cavalry charge coming in over here. Not really going too well for them. Coldstream are the ones we need to be worried about. That regiment of foot might actually break these guys over here. I don't think the rockets are too that dangerous. Right, let's go after another cavalry unit. We'll lock that in play. We'll move these guys up. See if we can get you on a bit of an angle. Push more fire. Oh, yes. We're through there. Just want to make sure that these guys do not rout, because they have really poor morale. Oh, they're moving that one over to deal with these, but we can then push these guys through. The thing I'm worried about is, of course, the Coldstream guys. We saw what happened to that one unit, that one grenadier unit that got too close. Ooh, my Memluks are not looking too good. If I get in close enough with the general, they might not even be able to shoot at him. And they're missing all the time. Still. Okay, the Coldstream, and I'm walking into kind of a bloody trap and getting destroyed. And the rockets aren't even able to hit my general. I've been able to move underneath the rockets. They can no longer hit me.
Our men are running, sir.
Those cavalry units need some aid. And since the Coldstream is gone, I can kind of send a large part of the grenadiers that way. what if I charge through? Because they're so hell-bent on shooting my general, they're completely wasting the potential of their rockets. Okay, you're gonna have to turn out there and make line, because otherwise I think this one's gonna die. We're doing just fine out here. And my cavalry is... they came back. Nice. I think what we'll do is we'll actually just take these. And we'll charge straight through. Hold fire, do not shoot friendlies. Charge! No more rockets for you guys. And we'll attack the 23rd Regiment of Foot, shooting them in the back. Same time over here, it's going pretty well. I want to get better fire into this one though, to actually aid this cavalry fight, which is now actually turning into enemy favor, because they threw in the horse guard. Should be able to get pretty good shots into the flank here. I think we actually might need the general over here. And now the rockets aren't really... I told you to bloody well attack the rockets. The general's gonna go over here to support, to make sure that my cavalry holds. I want you to open fire. Fire everything you've got straight into the guard cavalry. Okay, so it's just the very end. Very poor fire, I must say. Those guards must be really good, because they're even breaking my elite cavalry. However, the general is here to support. Even with that support, they're breaking. I'm gonna pull them back and hope that this unit will just open up completely on them. We've got a mass amount of units on this side that not firing. And if you can actually... Oh, that was their running speed. Alright, we destroyed the enemy over here. It means we can join the fight over here. And hide the what's it called? The archers below there. Oh, now there's such a mix of the cavalry there, they can't really fire at them. Pull back and hold there. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I was about to tell them to retreat anyways. The enemy is so tired as well that we are, if my unit would actually follow my orders. Let's see, I want to charge them down. Let's see how this goes. With the support of the general, and if they would actually start using the muskets, I think we could defeat them. And then we can use that unit to flank. And now we got this up right here. Let's see if we can't break them with a charge. In the long run, the British are gonna outshoot us. Or in terms of they have the better accuracy. And as they're shooting, we can take the time, or as they're meleeing, we can take the time to advance our positions on the enemy. So we broke that one. We broke the enemy over there. Can I get to the Highlanders? The militia is kinda breaking the enemy in the places they are fighting. Bowmen took a hell of a volley from the Highlanders. And they might not be able to cut their way through. The Highlanders were too strong. That volley right there took out loads of my bowmen. But at this point, the British front line is collapsing under the pressure of all that militia. And now with moving my grenadiers to such forward positions, we're getting in a much higher kill rate on these British troops. We brought down that regiment. The general's about to get shot down. The militia will push them up to the walls, and then they can skirmish with the Highlanders. Just keep pouring it on them, and we should be victorious. Orders understood. Lifeguard was completely sent off the field at this point. However, British troops are rallying under the command of the general over here. Put veteran musket men up to the wall. We're gonna put more men up to the wall. And let's see if we cannot attack. I'm gonna move general forward. This is gonna be good. This one might actually break. For some reason the Highlanders are concentrating on firing on them rather than the troops that are straight in front of them. They were forced back. We've got really close quarters fighting here. I'm surprised the defensibles are fighting so well. Where's the general? He needs to come closer here. Inspire this one and then rally the rest. And then we've got 3 grenadiers that can swing up on the side and end this. And then let's see where we can get these to move there. And then these 3 to move there. You'll move forward. Sounds like the British have enough. Everyone except their general, which is now charging head first into our troops. Where is the actual general though? I can't really see which is which of these. He managed to actually survive that. I'm guessing it's the one without the strap, so it's this guy right there. He managed to get away from charging straight through our line. But there we go, the first battle of Constantinople is over. Let's see if we survive what comes next. We lost 2,000 men, but so did the British. Unfortunately, 1,000 of them survived, while only 2,000 of ours. That's not gonna look great Oh, even lost one of the bowmen. I knew they lost a lot of men. I didn't know the unit was trashed in such a way. The Solklar are the bow unit, so they lost. They only had 7 men remaining. Damn. I didn't know. I didn't realize they lost that many. Right, the British pull back. There's no point in following them. It's better to hold in town. Does the... I mean, I only have 1 turn, so... The only thing we can get are those guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. Right, let's end turn and see if the Spanish wants to have a go at our grand city of Constantinople. The Spanish move aside and give the honor to the Russians. Maybe no surprise. We weren't able to recruit any troops either. I'm wondering... maybe I should have merged some. I think we would have gotten a lot more. The armed populace is shit though. This is gonna be tough. The Russians are tough troop to face. Especially we got no cannons. This is gonna be a very hard fight. They're content with sitting me out. And I think we've already lost so many troops. And we're only gonna lose more. I can see more Russian troops gathering at the border. I wonder if they've declared war on... No. But imagine if those guys were let through by the Romanians. Let's go ahead and charge out. The chance of victory is very low. They got more cannons. More troops. More of everything. A very difficult fight. And I am forced to attack because they've got cannons. And they're just gonna sit there and shoot me to bits if I don't. Without further ado, let's fight what would probably be the last ever battle of the Ottoman Empire. It's the exact same battlefield, just that this time we're facing the Russians. Let's go ahead and see if I can't place some spikes ahead of my defenses to at least neutralize their advantage in cavalry. That's almost too much in the front. We're gonna put quite a bit in the flank. Go ahead and start placing the spikes. But as I said, they have the artillery superiority, so we might be forced to attack. But if I get at least a little bit of breathing room here to place the spikes, I've got a strong point to fall back to. If I can somehow force my way through and just get some kind of attack going in on their artillery, that would be nice. Seems like we woke them up. I can see some of their artillery ready for me, ready for my troops to charge them down. Spikes are up, and it looks like the looks like a scene from World War I, given how many spikes we put out. And the Russians have left their artillery unguarded. And I just ran over that unit, and I'm hitting that one. If I could get the third artillery piece as well, that would be great. Hold fire. Okay, retreat. Back behind cover. Massive formations of the Russian army. Can I... Where is the... We'll get there, General. We'll play a bit dirty. I do not like the fact that we can see so many of the Russian cavalry moving in such a hard flanking maneuver. I've got no units that can form square. Where are they actually going? If you could kill the general, that would be great. So I got 2 artillery pieces. But they've got a 3rd. Keep chasing the Russian general. Oh, I'm imagining it's somewhere over there. Oh, I guess... Wait, they're drawing their new line completely like that in my flank. Which is really god-awful. If I can just charge through the forest... We're not gonna get the general, I don't think. He managed to get away. But if I can get that artillery, if I can find it, probably just shooting their own at this point. Ah, they blocked us.
Our men are running, sir.
The Russians have completely bypassed my defenses, and they've become completely useless. And there's kind of no point in holding them even. And we'll just have to retreat and set up our defenses next to the mountains. If you can go through there. I'm pretty sure their howitzer position is somewhere over there. Thing is that we're gonna completely just go around us, especially with all that cavalry. If they had attacked like so, the position would have worked fine. If I had known, I could have tilted it. I don't know. I'm gonna find your last artillery position. I'm gonna force you to attack me. With that being able to hide behind cover, this is gonna make it a lot harder. I am gonna find that howitzer piece, or that unicorn, because this was definitely just 1 battery. Oh, this was 2. Their artillery is already gone. So that was just a clever maneuver of them, I guess, to attack me like that. What to do? These guys can form in spread out formation. I'm gonna put the veteran musketeers up here together with the general. Then we're gonna have the grenadiers like that. Armed populace backing up from over here. These garrison troops behind here. Now I kinda need these guys to somehow... Oh, they... Russian cavalry riding into the spikes. That's great. Killing themselves. Just look at the concentration. And the fact that the ground actually slopes down from here. It would have been a great position to hold. But now I'm forced to sit up in the hills here like some bloody hill people? I don't know. At least they're courteous enough to... Actually, these guys gonna be kind of reserved, just because I've got 1 grenadier unit that's really kind of a large unit. We should have these guys closer to here. Just to be able to back these guys up. And these will be the last guard of the general. And the cavalry is messing up the guard hussars, and they're also messing with a unit of Jaegers. Cutting them down. Running about. Oh, the fight has started. And it starts on the right with the militia opening fire on Russian guard units trying to envelop us. Which is not going to work that well because, well, there's a cliff there that they can't get around. Are they charging? Yes, they are. Oh, it's the Cuirassier! The Cuirassier are definitely gonna break through here. Question is not to fire these too early. Then we'll just shoot all our own men. But not too late, because these guys will punch through and start killing our men. This one still has pretty good morale, so I'll tell that one to kind of pull away to the side. And there. It's not really great, but we need to open fire. Okay, so they're breaking the militia part. These guys are falling back though. Okay, the Russians are... They are pushing in, they are attacking. With this side falling... Oh, the Cuirassiers are still going at it. The general! Oh my god! He was assassinated! Damn. In typical Ottoman fashion, there was a betrayal. Which, oddly enough... No, he's back. He's back. The assassins were captured. And the general's back in action. My troops, however, need to be reorganized towards the hill. These guys are still chasing after those. Okay, so some grenadiers are starting to give way around here. Moving to lines. Bloody well, it survived an assassination attempt. What a fail if I had shot my own general. Oh, we might still shoot him. Hold fire. The general is passing through. The militia will head up onto the hill to support their general. I think we'll actually dismount the general. So it'll be a last stand up here on the hill. We'll gather everyone. You will either be on the hill with the general, or you will be dead. And to make sure, I am going to dismount the general. He will stand with his men. Everyone up on the top.
Our men are running, sir.
What unit's running now? The cavalry is running. That means the Russians are now gonna focus on the hill. But they don't seem to do that much progress against us. I'll send you over there. I'll send you over there. Oh, they're gonna try and come from this side as well. As the Russians lost their general, seems like they kind of have no idea what to do. You know, the general should be where the fighting is thickest with his men. And his elite bowmen. Let's see, are the Russians organizing for an attack on the hill? Or are just gonna run around down there and die? I guess maybe the pathfinding is screwed over by the fact that we're all hiding up here. Or not really hiding, but defending up here. My men will hold to the last. I don't know what the Russians are doing. It looks like they're actually making line. And now one of their units, and bloody Obligeni, is opening fire on us. But that's about it. Oh, there's a Jaeger unit over there. I need to tell you guys to open fire. They're just running back and forth. There's a bit of fire coming from the Grenadiers over here, but most of the Russians seem very clueless. What we might want to do is see if we can make a breakout maneuver. And break out through here. And we'll end it all in a melee charge, which of course is not that great, given that the Russians are probably at least in vanilla, they are the best melee fighters. So it would be a very interesting strategy to then charge such a strong unit. Now when the Russians are actually starting to fire here, the frontline units are not doing too well. They need to be replaced. You will definitely hold fire. The garrison troops will move up and take their place. And then we got armed populace, grenadiers and stuff in the back, ready to take their place. Yeah, I guess the Russians are not really up to the task, are they? Of trying to take us down. It's one Obligeni unit that's managing to stand and fight against us. Fire one volley as those allied troops pull back. And then charge forward. Let's see if we can drag more troops down here.
are running, sir.
One of the units on the hill is pulling back. The garrison troop charged into that Russian mess. And they collapsed. The armed citizenry are now willing to show their loyalty to the general. And it's their time to charge out. The musketry is probably too strong, so we're gonna go after the Jaegers here. Probably the best unit to go after, as these guys will inflict a lot of damage through musket fire. And then I'm thinking we're gonna see about moving troops out. The Jaeger unit started to kind of run around the armed populace, which is quickly starting to ramp. Where's the general? You're needed to rally your people. Let's have the general's bodyguard follow. Hold your fire here in the back. Move to the side instead. Oh, we did manage to punch through with the armed populace. Surprised we did that. Let's see if we can organize for one last fight here. Kind of dangerous to charge into the straight into a bunch of grenadiers. Oh, there's an opening. Move to that side. There's an opening in the center. We might still... Oh damn. Everyone's kind of falling apart over here.
Our men are running, sir.
It's time for drastic measures. Everyone will charge. The Russian grenadiers are pulling back. The last hurrah! I'm not sure which one's the general, but it seems he actually managed to survive the charge, but he's not But his troops fell apart. We actually got one over here. I mean, that charge, we managed to even break the Russian grenadiers even before we got all the way in front of them. I think it would have been a lot cooler, and I really wanted the Russians to come up the hill and fight their way all the way to the back, and the general would make a stand all the way in the back with his bodyguard. I think that would have been cooler, but the Russians clearly don't know how to climb hills for some reason. The garrison troop is providing a rear guard against Jaegers pursuing the retreating troops. It's all over. Still fight, but the general is still on the field for some reason. Why are you still running about here? And why are you running into this Russian troop? Do you want to get killed? Oh, the Russians are running away from him. And he kind of realized that he was running into
This battle is almost done.
into enemy troops. He almost just ran in and committed suicide by attacking there. Just him and his 5 bodyguard. Oh, they broke the Jaegers. How crazy is that? But I mean, it's all over. And then we got the final surrender. And the garrison falls back. Defeat. This is what's left of the army. 890 men. 2 grenadiers. And some armed citizenry. The general managed to die on the way back, I guess. We did give those Russians a good thrashing, though. And I mean, can I can't attack again. So one more end turn, and then it will be all over. I just need to make sure that no one's declared war on Italy. No! It seems as though Italy has finally found its place in the world. No one's declaring war on him. And he's trading with a lot of people. Romania is fine. So the outcome of this is the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire, but the rise of Romania and southern Italy. It is time to end it. The enemy coalition is at our doorsteps. The Russians have been reinforced by Kutuzov. From the British, we've got Charles Platt coming again with his rocket troops. And from the Spanish, we have Pedro de la Cantaranta Levanto de Talampadampa. Rampadampadampa Dink Donk. Something like that. And I have this crap. So they have a total amount of what? 7,500 men, something like that, and I have barely 500. We'll have to resolve, and we managed to take 148 of them with us. The Ottoman Empire is no more. But out of those ashes, we still have our Asian holdings. So, we might see something coming out of there. Oh, it just abruptly sent me back to the main screen. Right. With that, that is over, so I can jump over to the next campaign. And with that, I say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this. And hopefully, I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.
units has used all its ammunition, sir.